Hello and welcome to Spanish 1, Unit 2, Lesson 1, Avancemos 1. Bienvenidos a Español 1, Unidad 2, Lección 1, Avancemos 1. Estamos en páginas 87 y 105. We will be focusing on vocabulary from pages 87 and 105. Our learning target for Unit 2, Lesson 1 will be, I will be able to talk about daily schedules. I will be able to ask and tell time. I will be able to say what I have and have to do. I will be able to say what I do and how often I do things. We will be using the verb tener and the colloquial phrase tener que. Tener means to have. Tener que means to have to. We will use expressions of frequency, and we will be using present tense AR verbs. We will be starting our conjugation journey for the year. Yo tengo lo que necesito. I have that which I need is our song for Unit 2, Lesson 1. If you wish, these are the lyrics with the music that goes along with it. Please remember your definite articles and your indefinite articles. El is masculine for the. La is feminine for the. Los is masculine and plural for the. Las is feminine and plural for the. Remember, effectively, we have 4 different ways in Spanish to say the word the. Our indefinite articles, un is a or an masculine, una is a or an feminine, unos is a, and we typically say some. This is masculine and plural. This can have females involved or be feminine as well. Unas is a, an, or some. This is feminine, and it is only females that are involved. So again, effectively, in Spanish, we have 4 different ways to say definite articles. Página 88, page 88. Nota gramatical for the numbers 21, 31, and so on. Use 21, 31, and so on before a masculine noun, and 21, 31, and so on before a feminine noun. Hay 21 maestros en la clase. There are 21 teachers in the school. Hay 31 personas en mi clase. There are 31 people in my class. Página 90, nota gramatical. Use es la una to say that it is 1 o'clock. Use son las for any other time. Son las 5, it is 5 o'clock. Use y plus minutes for the number of minutes after the hour, up to the number 30. Son las 2:10, it is 2:10. Use menos plus minutes for the number of minutes before the hour. Es la una menos 20. It is 12:40. Use y or menos cuarto for a quarter of an hour and y media for half an hour. To say at what time something happens, use a la for 1 or a las for 2 through 12. La clase de arte es a la 1 y la clase de inglés es a las 2. The verb tener is one of our grammar concepts. Our goal, learn how to form the verb tener. Then use this verb to say what people have and have to do and how often. English grammar connections. Conjugating is changing the forms of a verb to indicate who is doing the action. For example, the English verb to have is conjugated as I have, you have, he, she, you, it has, we have, and they have. Claudia has a computer. Claudia tiene una computadora. Has and tiene are our conjugated verbs. The verb tener. Use the verb tener to talk about what you have. How do you conjugate this verb? Tener equals to have. Yo tengo is I have. Tú tienes is you have. Usted tiene, you have. Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene, she has. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Vosotros tenéis, y'all have. Ustedes tienen, y'all have. Ellos tienen, they have. Tenemos clase el lunes. We have class on Monday. ¿Tienes una bicicleta? Do you have a bike? Tener plus que plus the infinitive is used to talk about what someone has to do. Tengo que estudiar. I have to study. Miguel tiene que leer un libro. Michael has to read a book. Notice on page 91 in the book, it does not give you that yo tengo equals literally I have. At this juncture, they are going to be assuming, and the entire teaching world of Spanish language is going to assume that knowing tener equals to have, you are able to logically deduce that yo tengo is I have. Tú tienes is you have. Él tiene, he has, or its singular has, masculine. Ella tiene, she has, or its singular has, feminine. Usted tiene, you have. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Nosotras tenemos, we, the females, have. Vosotros tenéis, y'all have. Vosotras tenéis, y'all have, y'all, the females, have. Ellos tienen, they have, it plural has. Ellas tienen, they have, it plural, the females have. Ustedes tienen, y'all have. It has been my experience that not everybody is able to logically deduce how the English fleshes out with this, which is why I prefer to provide you a PowerPoint that spells things out more explicitly than what is generally offered to students when they are taking classes in Spanish. Tener que means to have to. Yo tengo que, I have to. Tú tienes que, you have to. Él tiene que, he has to, or its singular has to, masculine. Ella tiene que, she has to, or its singular feminine has to. Usted tiene que, you have to. Nosotros tenemos que, we have to. Vosotros tenéis que, y'all have to. Ellos tienen que, they have to, it plural has to. Ustedes tienen que, y'all have to. En página 93 hay otra nota gramatical. On page 93, there's another note gramatical. The expressions of frequency, siempre and nunca, are usually placed before the verb. Antonio siempre toma apuntes. Antonio always takes notes. Rafael nunca llega a clase tarde. Rafael never arrives late to class. Mucho is usually placed after the verb. Raquel estudia mucho. Raquel studies a lot. De vez en cuando, muchas veces, and todos los días are usually placed at the beginning or the end of the sentence. Todos los días, Jaime trabaja. Every day, Jamie works. Jaime trabaja todos los días. Jamie works every day. Todos los días literally is all the days. In English, we say every day. En página 98 hay una pronunciación, el sonido. On page 98, it gives you the pronunciation for the sound CH. In Spanish, the ch sounds like the ch of the English word chip. Repítame, por favor. Ah, mucha, che, noche, chi, chico, 18, tú, churro. Muchas chicas escuchan música de Pancho Sánchez. Many girls listen to music from Pancho Sánchez. Our other grammar concept found on page 96 is of the present tense conjugation of AR verbs. Our goal, learn the forms of AR verbs, then practice using the verbs to say what people do. English grammar connection. A verb tense is the form of the verb that shows when an action is happening. The present tense shows that an action is happening now. The Spanish present tense verb form estudiamos can be expressed in English in 3 different ways. We study, we are studying, or we do study. We study Spanish, estudiamos español. Present tense of AR verbs. Many infinitives in Spanish end in AR. How do you form the present tense of these verbs? Here is how. In Spanish, the present tense is formed by changing the ending of the verb. To form the present tense of a regular verb that ends in AR, drop the AR and add the appropriate ending. So they're giving you hablar for a working example. You drop the AR, you add an O, gives you yo hablo. I talk, I speak. If you recall, we have been using hablar in its infinitive form with gustar, right? Me gusta hablar. I like to talk. Te gusta hablar. You like to talk, right? It is perfectly legal to use verbs in their infinitive form. Now we are going to be continuing to add the present tense. If you drop the AR and add the ending AS, it gives you tu hablas, you talk, or you speak. If you drop the AR and add the letter A, habla can be usted, él or ella, can be you, he, she, or it talks or speaks. If you drop the AR off of hablar, change it to amos, hablamos, that is we talk or we speak. If you drop the AR off of hablar and add ice, A accent IS, gives you habláis, which means y'all talk or y'all speak. And if you drop the AR off of hablar, add AN, it gets you hablan, which means they, y'all, or it plural talks or speaks. Hablo inglés can be I speak English, I am speaking English, or I do speak English. Use your best judgment for what makes the most sense in the context of what is being communicated. Hablan español. Do they speak Spanish? Are they speaking Spanish? This could also be, do you all speak Spanish, or are you all speaking Spanish as well? Hablar equals to talk or to speak. Yo hablo, I talk, I speak. Tu hablas, you talk, you speak. Él, ella habla, he, she, it talks or speaks. Usted habla, you talk, you speak. Nosotros, nosotras hablamos, we talk, we speak. Vosotros, vosotras habláis, y'all talk, y'all speak. Ellos, ellas hablan, they talk or speak, or it plural talks or speaks. Ustedes hablan, y'all talk, y'all speak. We are going to be learning numbers from 11 to 100, los números desde 11 a 100. 11 is 11, 12 is 12, 13 is 13, 14 is 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, 30, 30, 31, 31, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, 100. This slide gives them to you in a bigger fashion than what's provided on that page. On this slide, I am fleshing out for you what the formula is after 29, once you get into 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and etc. The 20s, if you recall, it's all one word with the letter I in place of Y, right? 21. In the 30s and through 100, it becomes 31, 31, which is 3 separate words in Spanish. 32, 32, 33, 33, 34, 34, 35, 35, 36, 36, 37, 37, 38, 38, 39, 39. This type of pattern is what you're going to do with 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So 40 is 40, 41, 41, 42, 42, 43, 43, right? All the way to 49. 50 is 50, 51, 51, 52, 52, etc. If you would prefer to be able to see the whole entire pattern fleshed out, let me know and I can print a document that gives everything between 40, 50, between 50, 60, between 60, 70, between 70, 80, between 80, 90. I know I needed it more literally, explicitly spelled out to have the pattern make sense for me. I totally do not judge, and if that makes it easier for you, I am totally happy to help you out that way. Our en resumen, our summary for Unit 2, Lesson 1 can be found on page 105, página 105. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Es la una, it is 1 o'clock. Son las dos, a 12, it is 2 to 12 o'clock. So son las tres, son las cuatro, son las cinco, son las seis, etc. When we're talking about 1 o'clock, it's a singular time because it's 1. When we're talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they are plural, so we have to use son for those. We use es for una. De la mañana means in the morning and is used with a time. Son las 8 de la mañana, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, for an example. De la tarde means in the afternoon, and this is with a time. Es la una de la tarde, for an example, it is 1 in the afternoon. De la noche, at night, this is also used with a time. Son las 5 de la noche, it's 5 o'clock at night, for a working example. El horario means schedule. Menos means to or before in relation to telling time. This clock would be telling you son las 12 menos cuarto. It is a quarter to 12. Y cuarto means quarter past. This clock is telling you son las 12 y cuarto. It is a quarter past 12. Y media is half past. This clock says son las 12 y media. It is 12:30. Sorry about that. Dos is 2. 12 is 12. El arte is art. Las ciencias, science. El español, Spanish. La historia, history. Hopefully you're noticing that these are basically cognates. The English looks very similar to the Spanish. El inglés, English. Las matemáticas, math, or mathematics is more of a direct cognate for our math with matemáticas, pardon me. Contestar means to answer. Notice this ends with AR, and this means that it is a verb. Our present tense conjugation of contestar is as follows. Yo contesto, I answer. Tú contestas, you answer. Él contesta, he answers. Ella contesta, she answers. Usted contesta, you answer. Nosotros contestamos. We answered. Nosotras contestamos. We the females answer. Vosotros contestáis. Y'all answer. Vosotras contestáis. Y'all the females answer. Ellos contestan. They answer. Ellas contestan. They the females answer. Ustedes contestan. Y'all answer. And again, we're dropping the AR, changing the endings to O, as, a, amos, ais, or an, depending on who is doing the action. Enseñar means to teach. It is an AR verb. The AR ending indicates to you that it's an AR verb. Enseñar is to teach. Its present tense is as follows. Yo enseño, I teach. Tú enseñas, you teach. Él, ella enseña, he, she, it teaches. Usted enseña, you teach. Nosotros enseñamos, we teach. Vosotros enseñáis, y'all teach. Ellos enseñan, they or it plural teaches. Ustedes enseñan, y'all teach. Llegar is another AR verb. It means to arrive. The present tense is as follows. Yo llego, I arrive. Tú llegas, you arrive. Él, ella llega, he, she, it arrives. Usted llega, you arrive. Nosotros llegamos, we arrive. Vosotros llegáis, y'all arrive. Ellos llegan, they or it plural arrives. Ustedes llegan, y'all arrive. Necesitar means to need. The present tense is as follows. Yo necesito, I need. Tú necesitas, you need. Él, ella necesita, he, she, or it needs. Usted necesita, you need. Nosotros necesitamos, we need. Vosotros necesitáis, y'all need. Ellos necesitan, they or it plural needs. Ustedes necesitan, y'all need. Sacar una buena nota means to get a good grade. The present tense is as follows. Yo saco una buena nota, I get a good grade. Tú sacas una buena nota, you get a good grade. Él, ella saca una buena nota, he, she, or it gets a good grade. Usted saca una buena nota, you get a good grade. Nosotros sacamos una buena nota, we get a good grade. Vosotros sacáis una buena nota, y'all get a good grade. Ellos sacan una buena nota, they or it plural get a good grade. Ustedes sacan una buena nota, y'all get a good grade. Sacar una mala nota, to get a bad grade. The present tense is as follows. Yo saco una mala nota, I get a bad grade. Tú sacas una mala nota, you get a bad grade. Él, ella saca una mala nota, he, she, it gets a bad grade. Usted saca una mala nota, you get a bad grade. Nosotros sacamos una mala nota, we get a bad grade. Vosotros sacáis una mala nota, y'all get a bad grade. Ellos sacan una mala nota, they or it plural gets a bad grade. Ustedes sacan una mala nota, y'all get a bad grade. Tomar apuntes means to take notes. The present tense is as follows. Yo tomo apuntes, I take notes. Tú tomas apuntes, you take notes. Él, ella toma apuntes, he, she, or it takes notes. Usted toma apuntes, you take notes. Nosotros tomamos apuntes, we take notes. Vosotros tomáis apuntes, y'all take notes. Ellos toman apuntes, they or it plural takes notes. Ustedes toman apuntes, y'all take notes. Usar la computadora, this one is totally a cognate, to use the computer. In present tense is as follows. Yo uso la computadora. I use the computer. Tú usas la computadora. You use the computer. Él, ella usa la computadora. He, she, you, it uses the computer. Usted usa la computadora. You use the computer. Nosotros usamos la computadora. We use the computer. Vosotros usáis la computadora. Y'all use the computer. Ellos usan la computadora. They or it plural uses the computer. Ustedes usan la computadora. Y'all use the computer. Difícil means difficult. El examen is an exam or test. Los exámenes are exams or tests. Fácil means easy. Tarde, late. Temprano, early. Preguntar means to ask. Our present tense is as follows. Yo pregunto, I ask. Tú preguntas, you ask. Él, ella pregunta, he, she, or it asks. Usted pregunta, you ask. Nosotros preguntamos, we ask. Vosotros preguntáis, y'all ask. Ellos preguntan, they or it plural asks. Ustedes preguntan, y'all ask. If you want to be able to say I wonder, that would be me pregunto. Effectively, I ask myself. Terminar means to finish. Most of you have seen or are familiar with the movie The Terminator, right? The Terminator does what? He terminates things, right? It is, I would consider a cognate. Means to finish. Yo termino, I finish. Tú terminas, you finish. Él, ella termina, he, she, it finishes. Usted termina, you finish. Nosotros terminamos, we finish. Vosotros termináis, y'all finish. Ellos terminan, they or it plural finishes. Ustedes terminan, y'all finish. Esperar means to wait. Yo espero, I wait. Tú esperas, you wait. Él, ella espera, he, she, it waits. Usted espera, you wait. Nosotros esperamos, we wait. Vosotros esperáis, y'all wait. Ellos esperan, they wait, or it plural waits. Ustedes esperan, y'all wait. La medianoche means midnight. El mediodía is noon. Cada, each. A veces, sometimes. Con qué frecuencia? How often, or more literally, with what frequency? We in English say how often. Rara vez, rarely. Mientras, while. Otra vez, again. La asignatura means school subjects. La educación física, physical education. Las ciencias sociales, social studies. La geometría, geometry. La geografía, geography. El álgebra, algebra. La lengua, language. El idioma, language. La literatura, literature. La biología, biology. La química, chemistry. La banda, band. El coro, choir. La orquesta, orchestra. La asamblea, assembly. El descanso, break. El recreo, recess. La hora de estudio, study hall. El fin, gracias por escuchar. Unidad 2, Lección 1. Español 1. The end. Thank you for listening to Unit 2, Lesson 1, Spanish 1.